Hey everybody, how's it going? I've got another brand new music video reaction / review coming at you today, and this one is for a brand new SM group. I'm pretty excited about that. They're called NCT, and although I'm not exactly sure how their group structure works, I believe this is some sort of unit of NCT, and the song is called The Seventh Sense, so let's go ahead, jump right in and check it out. Here we go. Really huge sounding production so far. It's pretty sparse. Didn't expect this kind of style from SM.
Baby, baby, we'll take it slow. 같은 꿈 마치 날 부르는 익숙한 노래 마침내.
Pretty interesting intro. Definitely really stripped down. Kind of got that sparse hip-hop, trappy kind of production style. Got the trunk rattling, droning bass part as usual.
Open your eyes, open your eyes, open your eyes, 조용히 open your eyes, open your eyes, open your eyes, 이제는 open your eyes.
That's like a weird little burst of an EXO song in the middle of this song. Okay, so I guess this isn't the intro, this is like the whole song, I'm guessing. Really thought I was gonna go somewhere else. Got the super dated, like, auto-tuned little ad-libs in the vocal. Their vocals here sound really nice.
여전히 어딘가로 이름 모르지 여기에 난 이름 모를 홀로 몇 밤을 자도 펴지 않는 어딘가에서도 결국 대부분 내 시간을 보내는 explorer. And that's a long ass ride. 정신없이 휘둘리다 결국 눈을 감지 꿈과 지금 사이를 또 한번 의심하고 나도 확인하게 있어 바로 지금 너와 같이. Open your eyes.
I like his rhythmic sense with the rapping. That's pretty cool.
Open your eyes.
I've always been really fascinated with rappers that do like interesting rhythmic figures besides their lyric writing. Stuff that really like fits to the pocket of the song in really kind of creative ways. This is so dated. It's like a song from a few years back in the US. It doesn't really go anywhere. I mean, I know that's the style, you know, this type of song is kind of the slow jam, trap, hip-hop thing.
Open your eyes.
Which is fine, but for a brand new group, is that the end? Anyway, for a brand new group, especially on the SM label, this doesn't show us very much of what they can do. It's just... it like gives us a little taste of their vocals and stuff and some of the rapping. The rapping was showcased decently. You can kind of get an idea, I think, of like their capabilities with some of the rapping in this song, but as far as the vocals, like there's some hints of what they kind of sound like, but the song is so sparse, the style and the production itself is so stripped down that it's kind of hard to tell what direction they're even going in the first place. And if SM's intention is to kind of create a group that will appeal more to the sort of YG type of hip-hop sound, obviously a lot of other groups and labels also do that type of hip-hop sound that sounds a little bit more like American popular music. You know, Block B does it, there are tons of examples. But kind of the biggest competitor, the biggest player is YG in a lot of ways in Korea for that. And so I guess if SM is trying to bring out a group that's going to compete with some of the YG artists or tap into the market of fans that listen to more of that type of music rather than just the kind of releases that SM usually does, then this debut song does kind of make sense. But I still would have really liked to hear more from them, even if they're going to be like a hip-hop group like this. I feel like this song was so laid back and chill which kind of has a cool aesthetic about it. I know a lot of people will probably like that, but it doesn't show us any fire. It doesn't show us a whole lot of intensity. It doesn't really put on display exactly what this group can do. So in one way, it has made me curious because it's like, oh, this is kind of a very different sound for SM. But in another way, it kind of makes me disappointed because I really would have liked to hear more intensity and, you know, pushing the limits of what this group can do, because I know this song with this more laid back kind of rapping and singing and production is definitely not the limit of what they're capable of altogether. And I'd really like to hear from you guys in the comments section. What do you guys think about SM kind of taking this musical direction? Do you think they're trying to tap into some of the YG or other hip-hop groups' fan base by creating a group like this? And whether or not you think they're actively trying to do that, do you think it's a good idea? Did you like this type of thing coming from SM? I do want to get some feedback from you guys because I know there's going to be a lot of direct comparisons between this new group and like Winner and iKON, and probably even some comparisons like back to Big Bang for certain things that they've done, and also like Block B that I mentioned before. So since those discussions are probably already taking place, I'd just like to ask you guys directly and kind of get your feedback on that, because this is definitely kind of a different move for SM. So anyway, let's jump back into the song, analyze it, and see what else we can find. Here we go. When I flip over like to my events, which are much better speakers for, you know, full range, a lot of low end in them, the production on this is actually really good. Despite it not really being my favorite style in the world, this kind of, you know, laid back, chill, like trap kind of deal, the production on this song matches that sort of aesthetic and genre really well. And SM has actually had a little bit of an issue doing sort of off genre from what they usually do music. A good example of that, I think, is like Why So Serious by SHINee, which is one of my favorite songs of all time. But if you analyze it just as like a rock song rather than just a cool, like edgy experimental pop song with rock elements, it's actually kind of a weird mix. Like they were kind of mixing some elements and weren't quite sure how to put it all together. And SM, you know, has fantastic production on pretty much everything. So for this particular song, I think they did nail the production so it sounds, you know, genre and style correct. Not really a fan of like the heavy auto-tune effect. They're using it, you know, as an effect, not as a correction. It kind of dates this song, which is weird. I think they could have easily done those ad-libs without it and kind of not dated it to like 2008 or 2011 or 10 or whenever, you know, that was really popular. It's somewhere in that range. The vocal production is kind of interesting too, because there's so much space in the track. They've added a lot of like extra reverb filling space, and it seems like they haven't narrowed out the EQ of the voices as much either, because there's not like a little space that it has to fit in. It can kind of occupy a lot of space. That rap was pretty cool actually though. Like I mentioned before, I did like that. They do have an interesting kind of mix of vocal tones, but it's hard to really tell because we're only getting that in a couple unison parts like that just happened. Check out that super low voice, that's pretty cool. I wonder if that's one of them or if it's like shifted down. Hear that auto-tune as an effect kind of thing? It's just kind of, it's a weird choice. I'm not really a fan of that. Also, this music video is kind of strange. I mean, it's artsy, it's interesting, but it's kind of simple too. Just kind of like the song. It's a little bit just like plain with the way it's done, which is not something that I would expect from an SM artist debut. You know, they usually kind of go all out with everything. So Yeah, I'm not exactly sure how to feel about this. It's kind of just a strange release to me. It just kind of exists. Like, I don't hate it, but I don't really like it either. You know, if you're really into this type of musical style, I'm kind of curious to hear, did you really like this? Do you think they captured that style well? Or did it kind of sound a little bit dated and just a little bit like it wasn't enough to really grab your attention as a debut? Because honestly, for me, it's kind of both things. Like, okay, SM's doing, you know, a little bit different type of group, different kind of music, so that's interesting, but then it was also like, I wasn't really wowed by this new direction that they're going in with this group either. So anyway, let me know your thoughts in the comment section. I will definitely be reading those. I'll try to reply to some of them and check them out. And thanks so much for watching this music video reaction / review. Please like, comment, and subscribe. If you could share this video all over the place, Facebook, Tumblr, Twitter, forums, all that stuff really helps me out. And I'll see you guys next time.